Thank you for joining us. My name is Tissa, a neurologist from Melbourne, Australia. Today I'm going to talk about what is known as dystonia. The term dystonia or word dystonia might appear something unusual or magical for you. Dystonia is a brain disorder that we can group as a movement disorder. What are the movement disorders? We as humans, we move, we walk, we talk, we dance. You may have seen some people who are moving too much. You may have also seen some of us moving too little. So the movement disorders that belong to the group where difficulty in performing movements or slowness in movement is known as hypokinetic movement disorders. Hypo means less or reduced. Kinetic mean movements. Disorders means disorders or illnesses. One of the well-known hypokinetic movement disorder is Parkinson's disease. But today we are going to talk about dystonia, as I mentioned. Dystonia is a movement disorder that can cause problems either in your whole body or parts of the body. So over next couple of weeks we will talk about different types of dystonia. But today we will get a general idea of what dystonia means. Now, some types of dystonia occur due to other underlying causes. Say for an example, a problem in the brain, structural problem in the brain, that is, or structural problem in the spinal cord can cause dystonia. We then call it secondary dystonia. More often than not, though, people can have dystonia without having a primary structural problem in the brain. These are known as primary dystonias. One of the commonest, the form of dystonia, these are still not very common disorders. They are uncommon. But among these uncommon dystonias, one of the commonest is what is known as cervical dystonia. Cervical means neck, dystonia means dystonia. These patients generally have a significant amount of neck pain and neck tightness. If you look at these patients, one side of the shoulder is slightly elevated or raised than the other. And they may have head and neck slightly twisted to one side, something like this, with one shoulder the elevated like this, and sometimes with a shake like this or shake like this. The reason that you need to have a basic understanding of dystonia is these disorders remain significantly undiagnosed in the community. So if you have unexplained neck pain, or if you have slight difference in shoulder elevation, one side higher than the other, and if you have a bit of a shake, knowingly or unknowingly, you should see a neurologist to get it checked out, because this can be very well treated with treatment such as botulinum toxin injections reasonably well. As you can see from the screen, these images hopefully convince you what I mentioned before. As I said, this video series is to give you a general idea, so please don't self-diagnose. And if you do have these symptoms. So if you have seen one of your family member or friend or relative experiencing these things, you should consult a neurologist to explore, because these disorders are treatable or treated very well these days. Thank you for joining us.